Hi Nana. We were learning about the classification of elements. So in the part of classification of elements, we have covered Dobereiner's law of triads and de Concartois classification. And the third type of classification was given by Newland. So his classification is known as Newland's law of octaves. And at the time, by the time of Newland, only 56 elements were known. This Newland, he classified the element. He arranged all the 56 elements, okay, in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Newland arranged the known elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. And noble gases were not known at his time. Noble gases were not yet discovered by the time of Newland. So he arranged all other elements in the increasing order of their atomic masses. Like lithium. Okay, he didn't give any place to the hydrogen. He left the hydrogen in the classification. He didn't give the place for the hydrogen in the classification. So lithium. What is the next element to lithium? Actually, it should be hydrogen first, and after hydrogen, helium is not there. Helium is not yet discovered. Next to helium is lithium. Next, beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine. See, he arranged the elements according to increasing order of their atomic masses. While arranging, he got like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Eighth element. So eighth element is fluorine. So he found some similarity between fluorine and hydrogen. Hence, he kept this fluorine under hydrogen. Next to fluorine is, it should be neon, but neon is not yet discovered at his time. So next to neon is sodium. Sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, like this. So he keep on arranging all the elements according to increasing order of their atomic masses. And in his arrangement, he followed a pattern, and he compared that pattern with a musical note. Musical note which contains 8 notes, or 7 notes. Musical note contains 7 notes. What are those 7 notes? Sa, Re, Ga, Ma, Pa, Da, Ni. So this is the musical note in Telugu, and the musical note in English: Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti. Do, Re, Mi, Fa, So, La, Ti. So this is English musical note. Okay, so he followed the arrangement of elements, the pattern of musical note, in the pattern of musical note. So what is the relationship? See, he said that every eighth element, Newland said that every eighth element will show the properties similar to its first element. Every eighth element will show similar properties to its first element. So when the elements are arranged according to their increasing order of atomic masses. So according to Newland, once again I am telling, according to Newland, when all the elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses, every eighth element will show similar properties to its first element. For example, let us assume lithium as the first element. I start with lithium. I will count from lithium onwards. So this is the first element, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth element. So that means the properties of eighth element are similar to the properties of its first element. So what is the starting element? If this is the eighth element, then the starting element should be this one. Okay, these two elements will show similar properties. Suppose if I start from boron, the properties of boron are repeated in its eighth element. So what is the eighth element of boron? Starting from boron, so what is the eighth element? So now let us see. First element, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. Okay, that means the properties of element in the first element and eighth element, every first element and eighth element are similar. So it will be similar. So in such a way, Newland has arranged all the elements. Okay, so his classification is called as octaves, because 8, octa means 8. So that means there is a similarity between the first element and eighth element when all the elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses. Okay, so take any element. So from fluorine, fluorine, sodium, magnesium, aluminum, silicon, phosphorus, sulfur. After sulfur, it should be chlorine. So let us assume this as the first element. We will start from fluorine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8th element. So chlorine is the 8th element from fluorine. So hence fluorine should show similar properties with fluorine. So like this, he arranged the known elements into this 8 groups like this. Okay, right. And what is the element after chlorine? So after chlorine, argon should come, but argon is not yet discovered because argon is a noble gas. Next to argon is potassium. The properties of potassium are similar with the properties of sodium, and the properties of sodium are similar with the properties of lithium. So in this way, Newland has arranged the elements. After potassium, it should be calcium, and after calcium, he arranged chromium. After chromium, he arranged titanium. After titanium, he arranged manganese. Okay, and iron. But his arrangement is valid up to calcium only. Beyond calcium, these elements, they are not following the octet rule. Law of octaves. The elements after calcium, they are not following law of octaves. That means it's first element. If it is eighth element, its first element should be aluminium, because from aluminium, if you start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, it is the eighth element. But here the properties of aluminium are not repeated in chromium. The properties of aluminium shown by aluminium are different from the properties of chromium. Here also the properties are different. The properties are different. The properties are different. So in this way, after calcium, so the law of octaves is not valid. Though 56 elements were known, but he could able to arrange only few elements by following this law. And after this calcium, so the other elements, for the other element, this law is not working. Hence, this law is failed. And one more thing, he could not give any gaps for the unknown elements. He didn't leave any gaps for the unknown elements. So that is also one of the defects. That is why his law was failed. And one more thing, so because there was some mistakes in the atomic masses of few elements, so that is why he could able to arrange the elements wrongly, because atomic masses were not correct. Hence he arranged few elements incorrectly. So that is also one of the defect. Okay, but I mean Newland's law of octaves was rejected. But later on, his work was recognized by Royal Chemical Society, London, and he was awarded by Davy Medal. Davy Medal was given to him by Royal Chemical Society, London. Okay, in 1887, he got his this one. I mean Davy Medal. But his work was valid only up to calcium, though so many elements were known. But beyond calcium, all the elements were not following the law of octaves. Okay, right. And one more thing. See, Newland, he used it for the first time. He used atomic numbers. For the first time, okay, for the first time he used atomic numbers. He used atomic numbers, but at his time, atomic numbers were not known, were not discovered. But he used atomic numbers unknowingly. He used atomic numbers for the first time. So this is also one of the important point. So though atomic numbers were not discovered by the time of Mendeleev, he used those atomic numbers. He used the order of atomic numbers for the elements. So that is also one of the thing we should know about Newland. Okay, so this is about the Newland's classification. But this Newland's classification is failed because for the elements after calcium, that means above calcium, so the law is not working properly. Law of octaves is not working properly. So this law is applicable only for the lighter elements up to calcium. So for the heavier elements, this law is not applicable. So like this, Newland law of classification can be discussed. So now next law of next periodic classification was given by other scientists known as Luther Meyer and Mendeleev. Luther Meyer and Mendeleev. Luther Meyer classification. Luther Meyer is a scientist belong to Germany. He is a German scientist. Okay, so this scientist is a contemporary scientist to Mendeleev. Dmitry Ivanovich Mendeleev. So he is another scientist who belongs to Russia. Okay, Russia. So both of them have done the same type of work, the similar work they done, but they done independently. So the work of Luther Meyer was not known to Mendeleev, and his work was not known to Luther Meyer. So they worked independently, but they work the similar type of things. Okay, on the similar type of things. He arranged Luther Meyer. He took physical properties. He took physical properties for the classification of elements, whereas Mendeleev took chemical properties. He took chemical properties for the classification of elements, or else for the arrangement of elements. So physical properties like mass, density, atomic volume, etc. he took chemical properties like reaction with oxygen, okay, a reaction with water, etc. See, both of them, here, both of them, they belong to the same period. Now let us learn about the Luther-Meyer classification. See, Luther-Meyer, he calculated the, Luther-Meyer has calculated the atomic volumes, of the elements known at his time. So how many elements were known? 63 elements were known at his time. So 63 elements were known by the time of Luther-Meyer and Mendeleev. So Luther-Meyer calculated the atomic volume of all the elements by using this relationship. Mass of the element by density of that element. So with the help of this relationship, he calculated the atomic volumes of all the elements, and he arranged the elements in the form of a curve. So Luther-Meyer has classified or arranged the elements, okay, in the form of a curve, in the form of a curve. Okay, right. Mendeleev, he arranged the elements. Mendeleev arranged the elements in the form of a table. In the form of a table. Table means like this. Table contains what? Horizontal rows. Okay, horizontal rows and vertical columns like this. So he arranged, Mendeleev arranged the elements in the form of a table, whereas Luther-Meyer, he arranged the elements in the form of curves. In the form of curves like this. That means graphical representation, like a graph. He took atomic volumes and atomic masses, okay, to represent this curve. So he compared the atomic volumes with atomic masses. So atomic volume is the property, and atomic mass is also, it is also one of the property. So based on the atomic volumes, he arranged the elements, okay, and he got curves like this. So I will explain you about this curve. Okay, right, let us see the curve obtained by Luther-Meyer, how it looks up. So it will be like this. So atomic volume and atomic masses, He started arranging the elements according to increasing order of atomic volumes. Okay, so when he arranged the elements, the alkali metals which possess alkali metals which possess the highest atomic volume. Alkali metals, these are nothing but first A group elements. So alkali metals were occupying the peaks, were occupying the top of the peak, maximum of the curve. So every peak, so it is the top of the every peak, it is occupied by alkali metals. So like this. So lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, cesium, like this. And this is called as descending portion, this is called as ascending portion. So that means it is moving up, it is moving down, up, down, up, down. So like this. So descending portions, ascending portions. So in the middle of the descending portions, you will find alkaline earth metals. You will find alkaline earth metals in the, so descending curve. So like this. So in the descending, in the middle of the descending portions of the curve, you will find alkaline earth metals. Where do you find alkaline earth metals? Alkaline earth metals are arranged at the descending portions of the curves, and at the middle of the ascending portions of the curve, you will find halogens. Okay. So fluorine, chlorine, bromine, so iodine, so like that, halogens were arranged at the ascending, at the middle of the ascending portions. Okay. Here at the bottom, transitional elements, they occupy the minimum of the curve. That means at the bottom of the curve, you will find the transitional elements. Okay, like cobalt, copper, so manganese, rhodium, okay, cadmium, tin, etc. So at the base of the curves, that means here the peaks are very sharp peaks, but the base is very broad base. So like this, he obtained, Luther Mayer, he arranged the elements in the form of curve. But here, so but this arrangement, it is, his Luther Mayer, his classification, it is rejected by the scientists, because he presented this classification very late. After the presentation of Mendeleev's classification, Luther Mayer has submitted his classification or his arrangement. And moreover, so to remember different portions of the curve, it is very difficult to remember different portions of the curve. So that is why Luther Mayer's classification is rejected. See, every classification, it is based on a periodic law. Every classification will be based on periodic law. So what is the periodic law given by Luther Mayer? The Luther Mayer's periodic law is, it should be written like this: the physical properties of the elements, the physical properties of the elements are the periodic functions of their atomic masses, are the periodic functions of their atomic masses. So here, what is the meaning of periodic? Periodic means Periodic means repetition. Periodic means repetition. Repetition. So here all the properties of sodium are repeated in potassium because they belong to same group. The lithium properties are repeated in sodium, and sodium properties are repeated in potassium, and potassium properties are repeated in rubidium. Okay, that means the physical properties of the elements are repeated. Repetition. Okay, periodic functions of their atomic masses. That means when elements are arranged according to increasing order of their atomic masses, you will find the repetition of the properties. That means when elements are arranged in the increasing order of their atomic masses in the form of a curve, you will find repetition of the properties at similar places. So here, this is the descending portion of the curve. So it is having element, okay, which is similar with the properties with the descending portion of another peak, and the properties are magnesium are similar with the properties of calcium, which is also placed at the descending portions of another peak. So like this, that means the properties are repeated. So like this, the Luther-Mayer's classification, Luther-Mayer has given his periodic law, and based on the periodic law only, so this curve was built. But this classification was failed. And one more thing, later on, atomic number was discovered. So after discovering of atomic number, so again these elements were arranged based on the atomic number to verify the validity of Luther-Mayer classification. So atomic mass was replaced by atomic number now. Even after atomic mass is replaced by atomic number, the same pattern of the curve is obtained. So that is, it indicates that his work was very accurate. Luther-Mayer's work was very accurate. So that was known when the atomic masses was replaced by atomic numbers. Atomic mass, actually there should be atomic mass here, but atomic mass was replaced by atomic number. So by the time of Luther-Mayer, atomic number was not known, and even inert gases also were not known by the time of Luther-Mayer. Okay, so atomic number was discovered later, after certain time, after some time. So now when atomic numbers were kept at the place of atomic masses, again the same pattern of arrangement of elements was obtained by the modern scientists. So in this way, modern scientists have proved the validity, how accurately Luther-Mayer has done his work, but unfortunately his work was rejected by the senior scientists. Okay, now we will learn about the Mendeleev classification. Mendeleev's classification. Mendeleev periodic table, periodic classification. Mendeleev's periodic classification. Mendeleev, he arranged all the known elements in the form of a table. In the form of a table, he arranged all the known elements. So the first periodic table was given by which scientist? So the first periodic table was given by Mendeleev. So gave the first periodic table. Okay, this periodic table has become the base for the modern periodic table. So this is called as Mendeleev periodic table, and it is also called as short form of periodic table. Short form of periodic table. Okay, and it is this periodic table, it has some defects, but it has formed the base to form the it has formed the base to to develop a modern periodic table, the periodic table which we are using now. So that is called as modern periodic table. Okay, see, for the preparation of this table, periodic table, Mendeleev, he followed certain things. Before preparation of any table, so before presentation of the table or else any curve like that arrangement of elements. So before presentation of the arrangement of elements, every scientist, they will follow a certain law known as periodic law. Periodic law. So the periodic law followed by Mendeleev will be like this. The chemical properties of the elements, are the periodic functions, of their atomic mass. See, to construct a periodic table, Mendeleev, he followed periodic law. This periodic law says that the chemical properties are of the properties of the elements are the periodic functions. Periodic functions means repetitions. Repetition at regular intervals. Repetition of what? Repetition of properties. Repetition of properties at regular intervals. That means when the elements are arranged according to the increasing order of their atomic masses. So for example, let us see the arrangement of how he arranged the elements. So first he arranged hydrogen, the lowest atomic mass, the element with lowest atomic mass. Next to hydrogen should be helium, but inert gases were not known at this time. Inert gases were not known. Inert gases were not known at the time of Mendeleev. Okay. So atomic masses, increasing order, he arranged the elements, known elements according to increasing order of atomic masses. Hydrogen, after hydrogen it should be helium, but helium is not there. Next to hydrogen should be lithium. He arranged lithium because below hydrogen, because lithium is showing similar properties with hydrogen. Hence he arranged the lithium below hydrogen, and after lithium what is the other element? Beryllium. Lithium and beryllium, these two are not showing similar properties. Next, after beryllium, boron, carbon, nitrogen, oxygen, like this. So he arranged the elements according to increasing order of atomic masses. So the atomic mass of lithium is less than the beryllium, and its mass is less than boron, and its mass is less than carbon. So as we move from left to right, so the elements atomic masses are increasing gradually. That means when elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses, after nitrogen, oxygen, and after oxygen it should be fluorine, and after fluorine it should be neon, but neon was not discovered. Next to neon is sodium. Neon is not there. So after fluorine, that sodium is coming. Look here, the sodium, the properties of sodium, it is matching with the properties of lithium. Hence he kept that is, properties are repeated. When properties are repeated, he arranged the elements with showing similar properties together as a group. Okay, that means when elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses, you will find what? Periodic function. That means repetition of properties at regular intervals. So periodic law says that the chemical properties of the elements are the periodic functions. That means chemical properties are repeated. Okay, when those elements are arranged in their atomic mass increasing order. So that is the meaning of periodic law. Once again, when elements are arranged according to increasing order of atomic masses, the properties are repeated. So he found such thing in his arrangement. Okay, right. So one thing, for the arrangement of elements in the form of table, after sodium it should be magnesium, aluminum, silicon. Okay, silicon, after silicon, phosphorus, sulfur, chlorine, and so on. So like this he arranged it. So in the form of a table he arranged all the elements. Okay, so this is one column, this is another column, vertical columns. He called vertical columns as as groups, and there are 8 groups. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more group is also there. So his periodic table, it contains 8 groups and a horizontal rows. This is one horizontal row, another horizontal row, third row, fourth row, fifth row, sixth row, and seventh row. So horizontal rows. Horizontal rows are called as periods. So he got 7 periods. In his table there are 7 periods. Okay, so we will learn some more points about the periodic table in our next video. Okay, so about this Mendeleev periodic table we will learn some more points in detail. We will learn in the next video. Okay.